What's up? What is happening in the world of whatever? The world. What's up, RC? Barely awake? Yeah. Well, it's only 8 o'clock here, too. You're on the other side of the country, aren't you? So it's like 7 o'clock or 6 o'clock in the morning there. Anyway. What is everyone doing? And I got to get that printer running. Run, printer, run. Run, Mr. Printer, run. Print. Controls. Run, Mr. Printer, run. Yeah, so you're only an hour. You're in the central. You're only an hour behind or so. Yes, it's early. I should get that printer running again. I mean, it runs fine. I just gotta plug it in and go. I gotta take this little end table. I think that's what I'm gonna do next. Is take this little end table here and make it bigger, and then pop the printer on it. Get it up off the floor. I don't like it on the floor. It's not good for it to be on the floor. And then I can actually take this box and some of that stuff and stuff it under it. And it would be somewhat organized. Somewhat. I just noticed this is focusing on the iPad. Well, that's why everything's blurry off in the background. See, that should focus now, huh? Now it's focusing on a glass of orange juice. And yes, I switched over to orange juice from coffee because I've had a big ass cup of coffee. I don't know if you noticed that coffee cup. I mean, it's not the biggest, but coffee cup I took the picture for the thing for it's a big cup of coffee. Not a huge cup of coffee, it's a big cup of coffee. I have a huge cup somewhere. I have like a quart cup somewhere. I don't know what the hell I did with it. It's too much coffee for me these days. So, anyways, what y'all gonna do today? I got a new toy yesterday. A friend of mine called and said, "Hey, I know you're working in the yards and stuff." Actually called like 2 weeks ago. Never got around to getting it. Yeah. Let's share a screen. You can see all the stupid stuff I do to get photos. And let's go over to photos. And let's hit my phone. And let's delete the images. And let's import all new. StreamYard is sharing. Good for StreamYard. So here's my new toy. It's a leaf sucker grinder mulcher thing. And when he said I could have it, he's just like, it's been sitting out in my garage for like 2 years. He's like, it's not even his garage. It was in this little, he has one of them cloth sheds that blew over. He's like, I'd rather just have somebody use it than it sit here. I was figuring, here's my yard. It's all the stuff I got to clean up. I was figuring I would have to, rebuild the thing. Usually I get people give me that kind of stuff, and I basically strip the carburetor and change the oil and run some rubbing alcohol through the gas tanks. People don't realize most small engines fail right now, especially two strokes, because of the ethanol in the gas, especially if you leave it over the winter. It gels. It's kind of, ethanol is more like diesel than it is like regular gas. I mean, I'm no scientist. I'm just going by. Anyway, if you add a tablespoon of rubbing alcohol to every gallon or so, I usually put a squirt in a quart or a half gallon when I mix oils. And if you add rubbing alcohol, 90% rubbing alcohol to it, it breaks down the ethanol, keeps it from gelling up on you. And if it does gel up in your carburetor, you just take the air filter off and squirt some rubbing alcohol in there. Maybe take the fuel bowl off if it's easily accessible. Squirt a little rubbing alcohol into that and go. And usually after a couple of pulls, it'll start. Well, this thing, he pulls it out puts a little gas in it as we're driving up, pulled it twice, and it fired right up. I was like, that is freaking sweet. What is up, Ann and Don, Mr. 3D printing nerd from Germany? And yeah, so my neighbor went and got it with me, and he was really happy because him and his girlfriend / wife, and might as well be his wife because they've been together for 12 years, I think, 15 years, maybe longer. Anyway, they actually own the property. I only own an acre and a half. They own all the property, but I kind of just take care of it because I've had the time lately. But they use it a lot in their yard. They're blowing leaves around and always burning them and everything. She'd rather not burn the leaves. There's just nothing else to do with them. They saw that thing and they're like, yeah, we'll be using that. I'm like, sure. I use their blowers and they use my blowers, and they have a walk behind blower and I have a couple backpack blowers. So, we share everything. We're good neighbors. We share. What's up, Mr. Buttram? So, yeah, that's my new toy. I'm going to go out and play with it later today because it's all sunny. It's very, very cold out, although it's warming up now. It's about almost 50 in the sun, but there is almost no wind. So I'm very happy about that. So I will go out and play a little bit. I don't think it's supposed to. I think 50 is where it's supposed to cap today. It's supposed to be extremely cold, but it's extremely cold. 50 is not that bad. It's actually good outdoor working weather. So I got my nice stained sweatshirt on. I already got gasoline and oil stains on it. On my belly. I spill all the time. I was actually out there playing with it this morning when I took the pictures because I have to. The one thing I did want to do was take a picture of the label, and I don't think I caught the label, did I? And make sure I can get like filters and stuff for it. I don't know if it's how good the blades are and everything in it. And it needs a bass, but I mean, it's a leaf grinder. Who gives a crap? As long as it works. If it sucks up the leaves, it's a little narrow. I used to use one of these when I was working at the state. I used to use Rocky Neck State Park. We used to use one of these around the pavilion where you couldn't blow leaves because there's too many people. We couldn't use one of the big backhoe blowers. We had big, huge blowers that mounted to the backhoe and freaking were like mini tornadoes. Anyways, we had something similar to that, a lot bigger and nicer and newer. But I shouldn't say newer. Actually, it was probably older. It was huge. We used to use it to pull all the leaves that fall out the walkways and around the pavilion and everything. You couldn't use a leaf blower there because people are around all the time and blast them acorns and nuts. But it used to work really good and grind it up. I'm hoping that thing grinds up the leaves really well. And I have a leaf grinder that just died that I loved. Yeah, we're supposed to get crappy weather next week or tonight and tomorrow. But today is supposed to be sunny and cold, which is actually good outdoor working the yard weather. And I just want to be outside. I hate being stuck inside. What's up, John Mac? So anyway, there is that. I'm going to have some orange juice with white grape in it. Because that is tasty. Very tasty. The white grape sounds funny, but it almost makes it taste like a mimosa without actual alcohol. I could use the alcohol, though. Probably go get some champagne. Everyone's. Get drunk in the morning. You guys kill me. Anyway, anybody want to jump in here? More than welcome to. Oops, wrong one. Yeah. That's the message I got from Lightspeed when he donated the money for 2 months worth of StreamYards. He was joking around, said I want Steven Rolls and Chris Rolls to be posting. Assuming he's talking about Chris Warcocky. They're always bitching at each other back and forth. Let's see. Share. Stop sharing. Invite. Copy. Paste. That's what I wanted. If you'd like to jump in. Anyway, so I'm streaming it just for kicks. Just because it's funny. It's funny. It is funny. And he's not even up yet. Because he's on the West Coast, ain't he? So it's like 6 o'clock in the morning there. If not earlier. Still naked, not ready to stream? Yes, please, no. We don't need Naked John. What is up?
Okay.
I can barely hear you, dude.
Okay. Hello.
You know how to get into the mic control and kick the mic up?
Yes.
Down on the bottom it says Cam and Mike. Turn the volume of the mic up. You hit audio and all that good crap. You might have to do it through your system. I can barely hear you. Can hear you, but barely. Anyway. So yeah, that was my new little toy I got yesterday. My leaf mulcher. We are going to find out how well it works in my woodland plot. I might have problems with it because it's going to hit stumps and twigs and might clog up too much to actually be usable, but we'll find out. Nothing else. I'll just pull the vacuum head off, flip it over, and put a cone on it, and just use it as a stuffer for leaves, like my old one. Mr. Johnny Mac still naked. We do not want to see a naked Johnny Mac. Nope, nope, nope. Printing more ear savers. You know what? I should fire up that printer and print some too. So I printed a whole bunch of those stupid ear savers, trying to avoid the whole coronavirus talk, but you know, got to. What's up, Michael? I took a whole bunch, and you know, everyone's giving them to the nurses and the doctors, and I took them all to the shopping center and to the grocery store and to the pharmacy. Those people were like freaking when they saw him. Because one guy was he's getting a rash behind his ears from the rubber band from the mask. So they were wicked happy with him. So I'm going to print out some more and probably bring them more in next week when I go shopping again. I hate shopping. Everyone's all upset about this whole coronavirus and you can't go anywhere, and I'm real happy with it. What is up? The Wexter is in the house. You can jump in there, Wexter. We'll watch you eat. As long as you're not naked like John. If you guys don't know who Wexter he is, he's the guy that makes all those little minis, like the Joel minis and all the little... and a bunch of other stuff. That's what he's famous for, but he's actually done some really nice other models. You got to go back to doing regular models there, Wexter. Some regular every day. He did Fat Man. That's still my favorite. I have a Fat Man. I usually print that stuff and give them away, and that's the one thing I kept. I kept Fat Man after I printed him because he is funny. So, anyways, did you get that figured out yet?
I'm trying to put it
It's
up.
better.
Okay, now I'm yelling at it almost.
Yeah, you can just bring your mic closer to your mouth too. Might help. Does that bend in? Yeah, a little bit. I mean, it's not terrible.
Yeah.
I can hear you.
Oh. Okay.
That doesn't flex.
No, it doesn't affect. It's one piece.
Oh well. Is Wexter here? Yeah, look in the chat there, buddy. Oh, he's on Twitch. That's why you guys, you YouTubers, can't see him. He's doing that. He's a Twitcher. He likes the twitchy. He streams on Twitch almost every day. There was someone the other day, and I got to figure out how. There's a little plug-in, I guess, that I can plug into StreamYards or into the browser or something that will show all the chat responses from the other channels. Like he's on Twitch, and if I did Facebook too and YouTube, it would show them all, and it says right next to it who each one is. You know, whether they're on Twitch or YouTube or... Yeah, I'm not the biggest fan of Twitch, but it's all right. I mean, it's all right. More I'm getting used to it. There's stuff I do like about it. There's a lot less delay in it. Like when you guys type in a chat, the delay is like 30 seconds, if not longer, where Twitch is like almost instant. There's a couple other little odd things. Yeah, you know, Wexter, you can do that too, you know. You're using StreamYards. You can do up to 6, I think. You can do YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, LinkedIn, all at the same time. Found it. There he is. Now he's on YouTube too. Yeah. Yeah, I know. It only shows what you said after you joined, but like I said, there's a plugin or something someone was using. I noticed it the other day. I clicked on somebody who was streaming something. Oh, there was a person doing I've been watching a lot of, that's why I started watching Wexter, the ZBrush. You know, people just goofing off in ZBrush and drawing stuff. There was this person doing it, and I think it actually was on Twitch. But as the chat scrolled up, it, you know, he had Facebook and Twitch and YouTube and LinkedIn, and any comment, all of them came up on the scroll. It just said where it originated from. You know, it said at Twitch or at YouTube, but I was, you know, I think I was on Twitch and all of them were shown, which was cool. So I got to look into that. So anyway, printing some more stupid things, and did I turn that on? I did. Let's print some more little eerie things, ear savers on that here printer, the LlamaCore, and G code files, and ear saver 3.1, because that one does the larger build plate. It's all sliced. So there we go. Banners. Hide that. We don't need that thing scrolling there no more. Is that a printer box behind you that's just sitting there with no printer, with the printer still in the box?
No.
Kind of look like a printer box. I don't know why. They got printer in the brain. Oh, it's too small.
Small box.
It's a filament box. That's what it is.
Yes.
Oh, am I gonna run out of filament on that one? I'm gonna have to find some money and go buy some more filament and burn it through all my little rolls of filament. I'm gonna be stuck with making ear savers out of stuff like proto pasta. That ain't happening. Sorry, but I did a couple that way just for the fun of it. But it's way too expensive.
Can you still get filament there?
Yeah.
Okay.
I have to turn up my TV too. That could be part of the problem. Is I got my TV so quiet, barely hear squat. And here's that thing running.
The first delivery here in the Netherlands will be end of May.
Yeah. Yeah, it was flying there, Michael. They had, I don't know, like 100 viewers on whatever I was viewing, plus whatever was on each of the other channels. It was cranky, but it was kind of cool. And they had the slow chat or whatever they have, where you can't just sit there and type. You have to wait, I don't know, 20 seconds or 15 seconds before you can respond again. So that does kind of thin it out a little bit. Thins the trolls out. That's the other thing is the one thing I really dislike about Twitch is the worst troller in the world compared to. I mean, you get trolls on YouTube too, but you get really bad trolls on Twitch. Although most of the trolls I found on Twitch really aren't that bad. You know, they don't get like all pornographic and stuff. They make a few stupid, jokes and childish crap, but it's not. It's almost fun to play with them because they just, they're not disgustingly stupid. At least the few I've had to deal with. You get them on YouTube and they start like putting links into porn and it just gets dumb. Seems like at least the ones I get. I mean, I'm a tiny little nobody on Twitch, especially. They just kind of joke around, which doesn't really bother me. I actually think it's funny. Print, baby, print. This one's got to start printing soon too. Takes a while for that baby to heat the plate up because I got it higher. The Lamacore is warming up. The nozzle is to temperature. The bed is not. That's why I like a screen. I can look over and say, okay, it's up to temperature. This thing, I have to go, oh, crap. I got to open a web browser and look at the page. Obnoxious. Everyone thinks that thing is awesome, and it's just kind of annoying. It is an awesome board. I mean, I shouldn't. The Duet is a good board. I don't need those right now. Wow, those things need a bath. Holy crap. I think they need to be replaced. They're all scratched up. That's what they're for, though. Better them than my eyeballs. So what are you printing, man? Anything good?
At the moment, not much because I don't have filament anymore. So.
And you probably can't get any, huh?
No.
You guys are in wicked lockdown, aren't you?
End of May is the first delivery again. So.
Is that from the manufacturer or is that just period?
No, from the distributor.
Yeah. No, you cannot use a standard LCD on a Duet. Actually, I hear the brand new one, the Duet 3 is going to have it, but the older, the Duet 1s and 2s, and this is actually a 1.2 or whatever. It's one of the older Duets. No, you can't use a standard LCD on it. Some people are hacking it and making it possible, I guess. I haven't. They've put a couple of touch screens on it, I think, which is a different driver. I don't know why. It's got all the ports and everything. Everything's standardized. It's got the 2 LCD screen ports. I haven't tried because I am not a firmware guy. I have heard there's someone hacked it, but I start playing with firmware and I break stuff. Stuff stops working. The hardware I can play with, but the firmware, if it ain't easy, I ain't doing it. But yeah, the general consensus is even when the hacked one doesn't work all that well. I haven't played anything. I haven't even updated the firmware in that thing in probably a year and a half, not longer. You gotta hack the firmware. I mean, you gotta. Yeah, whatever. It doesn't work well. They want you to use their little Duetti overpriced screen, which I just simply can't afford. And I really don't need it for all that. All I want to do is look over and go, hey, the nozzle's at 210 and it's at 40, and I'm at 0.6 layer height. That's all I need. That's all I want the screen for. That and to be able to go then. Yeah, no, dude, you can't use a regular screen on a Duet.
Why don't you use an Octoprint or something?
Yeah, but if you use Octoprint, which you can't do, you can use Octoprint or Repetier. What's the point of having to Duet Wi-Fi at that point?
Yeah.
Because now you're avoiding the whole RepRap operating system, access, Wi-Fi, you're bypassing all the point of spending all that money to get a Duet Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
Doesn't make any sense. I mean, you're not completely. In all reality, I'm not the biggest fan of it, more because I'm just used to Marlin. But editing the RepRap firmware and doing stuff. I mean, you can edit the firmware on the fly. You can be in the middle of a print and go, "Oh, I wanted to do this." Type it in there, hit refresh, and boom, it goes in there. And there she goes. She's all heated up and ready to print. It says it's 0.3% done already. It hasn't even started. That's funny. Oh, this is that gnarly. Almost never works. It's gonna stick. That big pointy nozzle makes it a little better, I guess. Yeah. I haven't actually looked in a long time. "2004 screen on a Duet." Freaking spacebar on this. Connecting an LCD. Duet panels, options. Yeah, it says right here that you can't use the 2004 style screens. It won't read properly.
Okay.
You can use the Duet panel do. But the Duet, really like the 2004s and stuff, don't work well. What's up, Dan? What's up, Vince? Later, Wexter. So we're printing away some ear savers. And then, I have to take laundry out and put it on the line. What time is it? It's 8:30. I'll wait another half an hour. I'll just stream for an hour and then kill it, then put the laundry out, and then go out and play with the new Leaf toy. You're working. Hey, what's up, Cinux Tech? Working. I got to shave too. Need to do that. Maybe later today. Do I have to do my own laundry? I probably should. I don't have that much to do. I can wait until Saturday. we're going to have crappy rainy weather. I put the laundry out of the line, so I always try and do it on nice days so I can not run the dryer. Print, baby, print. Little ear savers. Burning through all my old filament. I've been going through it. I did not realize. I mean, I knew I had a lot, but I bought a lot of Maker Geeks back in the day. I used to buy that crap all the time. Every time we put it on sale for like 18, 19 bucks a roll, I'd buy like 6 or 8 rolls and get 4 half the time. 2 of them I'd have to throw out, or he'd send me ABS instead of PLA. Done that a few times. I will say in the beginning, anytime I had a problem with it, he always fixed it. I mean, I got a couple of rolls that were like football shaped, the filament. I mean, you could see it just by looking at the end of it. It was like really elongated. They're like, dude, this won't even go in my nozzle. It's like, all right. And it just 2 days later, I had a new roll. Send them a picture of it. And then he screwed up royally. He tried to screw me over. Luckily, I used PayPal. Got my money back. I ordered like 4 rolls. They never got delivered. And he's like, oh, I'll send you your money back. And he sent me store credit. I'm like, no. I want my money back. He's like, well, I said, PayPal, I want my money back. PayPal's like, well, prove it. He screwed you, because they want proof and not just being a jerk. I was like, here's the emails. Normally, PayPal's like 2 or 3 months sometimes to get your money. I had it back in like 2 days. It's sad. He had a good thing going and he screwed it up. He could have done well. If he did a business model more like Josh does, with Alien 3D, where he's very honest and open, sure, you'll get the jerk bags that will whine and bitch anyways, but in general, if you have a decent and you're honest with your customers and give them options, you're going to do well as long as you...
Honesty is the best.
Anyway, printing away. The temperature has actually dropped 3 degrees. There's almost no wind out. You know what else I should do? I should plug in a couple of RC car batteries and go out and beat on one of my RC cars out there today. Just because I can. It's nice and sunny. What is up, Mr. Brian Vines? The Viney Brian.
What kind of RC cars do you have?
A couple of... Well, I actually have one running right now. I got these the cheapo little 4-wheel drive. They're like $100.
Oh, yeah.
I got a couple. I mean, this is the most expensive one I got, and I always wait till they're on the sale at Banggood or one of those. I think I paid $79 for this. The red one's got almost exactly the same, little different in a few spots, but all the body panels are actually metal, not plastic. It was $44 on Amazon. I actually liked it better, even though it was a little bit slower. It's got a slightly smaller gear ratio, but it came with tools and extra gearing and drive shafts and everything for $44. Just came with like the car and the controller and said, "Have fun." This is definitely a faster one.
Yeah.
And it's definitely stronger. I beat the snots out of this thing. It's got a metal plate on the nose of it. So, and I keep reading to people that, break these things. And I'm literally driving this in the woods, smashing into trees. And the only thing I've ever done is bent up these little You can't really see it, but
The
the little
steering arms.
control arm controllers.
Yeah.
So I put nice aluminum ones in here. They're a little bit stronger than the plastic ones. Other than that, and the shocks, I bent the shocks a few times. Other than that, I just put the freaking battery in it and go.
Yeah.
It's definitely getting tired. I mean, it's nowhere near as fast as it used to be. I don't know if it's the batteries or the car itself or both.
Mostly the batteries. The batteries are,
Yeah.
getting weaker.
If you take care of them properly, because a lot of these batteries go to my quadcopters too, and I've had these for years. I mean, I've had these for years, and they still work fine in the quadcopters. And the quadcopter takes more draw on the battery than them cars do, a lot more. I got to change that plug over. I want them all XT30s. Get rid of this. Didn't even notice that still had one of those on there. Same with that one. You know what? I'm gonna plug in one or two of these. I gave one of my quadcopters away to my nephew and gave him a whole bunch of my batteries. Now I'm pissed off because I don't have that many batteries left.
You gave away the wrong batteries.
And these ain't cheap. They're like $20 a pop.
Yeah.
I can get them cheaper, but I have found the cheaper ones are cheap.
The bad ones are that.
They don't last very long, and they're kind of crappy. What's the only one I got with the XT30 on there? Where's the quadcopter? Has that got a battery in it? Nope. Where's the big ass battery? Oh, right here. This is actually the newest quadcopter battery I got. It's a big monstrosity compared to these.
Yeah.
Which I might have to charge that up too, because I have a feeling the sunset flight will be good tonight. Let me plug one in. Plug it in, plug it in. Ow, ow, ow. Old man can't walk. I have to whip out my fancy charger later.
I have this one.
Oh, bastard. Those are nice.
Yeah, I know.
What's up, JC? Well, good morning. I want to know if I have a Castermore that has an Ender 5 Plus and she cannot level the bed right. Had to BL Touch, first layer print. It'll touch calibration list. I don't do BL touches and stuff, so you'll have to hit somebody else up for that because I've manually, physically flatten and level. I square and flatten my printers and then level it manually. I don't do BL touches. It's not good.
I see that the Ender 5 Plus is, and the BL Touch that has been delivered with the Ender 5 Plus is not always good enough.
Yeah. I don't do auto bed leveling because I find it's just a patch. If you flatten too much, you'll be 2D printing. Pretty much. You really are 2D printing, just in layers.
Yeah.
What's up, Michael? Uh-oh, phone. That's my brother. I gotta take that. Call from Puddley. I will mute myself.
My recommendations, JC, if the BL Touch is still working correctly, Then, yeah, that's a good question. So, Michael, I'm from the Netherlands. Called a place called Dokkum. It's in the north of the Netherlands. Interface. Interface, not printerface. Never heard of a from it. Firmware upgrade. Let's see. It would be a Creality website then. I will look. Downloads. Firmwares. And the 5 Plus. Firmware with BL Touch only. March the 5th is the latest firmware. Well, 2019 is that firmware that the firmware that they come with.
All right.
He's back.
Yeah, it was my oldest brother.
Okay. How is your dad, by the way? How is your dad, by the way?
He died
He died. When?
2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago. Okay.
Passed away. I'm kind of not, as you can see by my reaction, I'm almost happy. He was just being tortured at this point.
Yeah, I
He
saw
was
the
not
last,
a happy person.
no, I saw the last video about it from 2 months ago.
Yeah,
Something.
it is what it is.
Yeah.
The only part that sucks is, we couldn't be there with the whole coronavirus thing. So
Yeah.
he was basically alone for the last month, stuck in the hospital. I got to see him once in a month. But
You couldn't say goodbye.
yeah, there's not much you can do about it.
No.
So there's that. So what's up, Michael? Are you printing ear savers and masks for L&M or what? I haven't even been giving them to the hospitals. I gave some to my neighbor because she works at not Bridebrook, at Bayview up the hill. But I've been taking all my ear savers to the grocery stores, pharmacies, all those places. Anyway, on a happier note, the sun is out and it's shining, and I got a new outdoor lawn toy. I don't know why a freaking leaf vacuum makes me so happy, but it really does. So very happy to have a leaf vacuum. What is an ear saver? These things. You ever seen the ear savers? What are these things? When you put your mask on, they go behind your ears. I've been printing millions of these things. Burn up all your little leftover rolls. It saves, like, people that wear masks all day long. It saves their ears because the band doesn't have to go stuck behind your ear. Like I brought some to the grocery store yesterday, and there was a kid literally getting a rash behind his ear because of the mask. And they were using I never thought of that. They were using, remember an old barrel full of monkeys? They were using those for ear savers. A bunch of people brought in monkeys from Barrel Full of Monkeys. I didn't even know Barrel Full of Monkeys still existed. Yeah, where you been, Michael? It's everyone's been printing these and masks like crazy. These I find it because the masks are good for the hospital, which is great. I mean, don't get me wrong, but we really don't need them right here. L&M and Bacchus and Yale and New Haven pretty much have a good stock. So I've been printing these because they've been wanting this stuff more, and you can take them anywhere. I mean, the UPS guy will want them. Your mail delivery will want them. Yeah, probably can laser cut them. But you know what these are really good for? Burning off old crappy rolls. Because that roll has been what I would consider almost gone for like 3 plates full because it's only 1 millimeter tall. And actually, it's only the center part because you keep it flexible. This is all PLA. Okay. You keep it flexible because it's only, I think it's 0.6 or 0.8 tall, and then it's 1 at the clips to make it a little stronger at the clips. And you just burn off old rolls. I burned off like 6 old rolls that, had literally almost nothing on them, and you can get 3 or 4 build plates full of them. I was doing them with little happy faces on the back of them. That's why I got the little circle. I actually designed my own. It's got a little happy face here. I stopped putting that on there because it was just getting to be a pain in the butt. Actually, I think I have some with the happy face on there. Back face. See, it's got a little mask emoji on it. Yeah, where the masks are mandatory, I put a mask on just to go shopping or everything. If I'm in the grocery store for half an hour, that rubber band starts to annoy my ears. Where these things help. I mean, it doesn't sound like much, but every little bit helps. Like I said, I'm just burning off old crap rolls of filament that I haven't used, and some of these things are a couple, 3 years old. I mean, this roll, you can see how little's left on it. There wasn't that much more on there 2 days ago, and I haven't done a lot in the last 2 days. I did a lot last night, but I've probably done like 6 build plates full, and there was only like that much on the roll. It don't take squat. I'll probably get another build plate, and it's already at the spool core now. And it's almost done with this one. 1.2, so it's got one more layer.
It's only 5 grams or not?
More than 5,000 ear savers. Not sure what you're saying there, JC, but sure.
Oh, I said it's only 5 grams per piece. What?
Oh, you made 20,000 mass. Holy crap, dude. Yeah, I'm just doing the ear savers because that's what most people around here want. I actually called the hospital and no, we got enough of that stuff. We can't really use we just have to store them. And right now they actually want the storage space for the legit ones. They're like, I gave them my number and everything. They're like, we'll call you if we're in need. And they may need them now. Because Michael lives right down the street from the hospital. He's only you're not even a mile away from L&M, are you? You have you got it from B&H? It's a XYZ printing though. That only uses their filament, right? Dude, start printing ear savers with it and just taking them. I literally take them to the shopping center and drop them on the courtesy desk there. And I mean, literally employees start grabbing them left and right before I could even tell them what they were. Half of them were like, oh, I know what those are. They've been all on the news too. Both Channel 3 and Channel 8, I think, had a little thing about people using the ear savers and printing them and 3D printing and start printing ear savers with it for now. Or masks. Everyone's doing the masks. I bought the sheets for the masks. I have 100 of the clear transfer sheets sitting there in case they want masks. I'll print them. But anyone I called and talked to said they didn't want them yet.
They have plenty.
Yeah, mod or something. I'm not into modding electronics. I don't mind the hardware modding. It's the electronics modding I'm not good at. Yeah, I bought some transparency sheets, and if it came down to it, I will use them for them. But excuse me, I put one in front of my face. They are not clear.
Oh.
I mean, it's not terrible, but it makes me feel like I have to put my glasses on. Dude, put it on Facebook Marketplace and say free or get $25 for it or something. Because that's the little one, right? It only does like a 170 build square. Yeah, the soda bottles work too, but that's another one. The soda bottles are not that clear. When you look through it, I mean, it's clear. Yeah. It's even that. That's kind of foggy, isn't it, when you look through it? Or is that really truly clear? That one looks pretty clear. The ones I have get kind of foggy. And it may just be that they got to be cleaned.
You have also in different thickness.
Huh?
There's also different thickness. This is one from my one.
I wasn't sure what I was ordering, and their Amazon brand, transparency sheets when it all first hit and everyone started doing it. I wasn't sure what I was doing. I mean, they look clear when you look at it, but the minute you put it in front of your face, it like distorts your vision and makes it not blurry, but not as clear as I'd like it. I mean, I guess it's all right, but the minute I do it, I feel like I need to put my glasses on. That's the only way. I mean, I've seen worse. And I wonder if I just wipe it, because it doesn't look what it's like. It's like it's got stuff on it. I wonder if I put my glasses on, if that would help. You know, it does help. I wonder if it's just because my eyes are focusing on the sheet. Because my eyes are only bad to like a foot in front of my face. Once I could see my hand fine. What the hell is that? Something settled. If I hold it here, it's fine. It's just when I get it up in front of my face like you normally wear it. Dragging. Hearing something dragging over there. Is there a hole not unrolling well? I don't know. Again, I'm not worried about the face mask yet. They can fog up, but a lot of times, if they're done properly, they have to wear a mask anyways, because they're spray guards. They're not, if they're working on someone and someone sneezes, that's all the mask is for. There's a lot of people that are, the doctors are wanting the ones that are sealed on top. And a lot of them are saying, no, we don't want it sealed on top because we want it to ventilate. So it's depending on the hospital and the doctors and all that crap. From what I understand, I haven't really gotten that far into the masks. Yeah, the PET film is fast. I mean, if you be like Pooch is out in California and you've got a laser cutter and you can sit there and laser cut them and make them, borderline freaking professional quality, sure. Not everyone has access to that. That's the whole point of doing a 3D printer is you do the best you can with what you got. Anyway, I got to cut it because I have to go do laundry and then go play in the yard probably. Oh, it's getting colder. It was 50, 51 degrees when I started streaming. Now it's like 44. And the wind's picking up. That sucks. I guess it don't matter for the leaf sucker because it's just sucking them up. It's not blowing them around. But I'm going to kill it because we've been on an hour. So later, guys. It's been fun. It's been real. Thanks for stopping in, dude.
Right.
I got to go get stuff done. See yous.
See ya.